Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to the series all about textiles. In today's episode, our guest is an adorable personality from the textile industry. He's a source of inspiration to a lot of textile professionals, including me. We follow him on social media platforms and see him often on all the major textile events happening in India and abroad. So he's a seasoned professional, a BTech in textiles from VJTI Mumbai, a prestigious institute, plus masters in marketing management. He has served 40 years in ATE Group. As everybody knows, ATE Group is one of the prestigious company in textile machinery business. He retired as a level of director within the company. Apart from that, he's also serving board member for a lot of companies within the textile industry today. So it gives me an immense pleasure to invite and introduce Mr. Gurudas Aras. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Amijis. And first of all, I'm very much thankful for you and Texcoms for inviting me for this podcast. It's a great
Yeah, sir.
pleasure indeed
Yeah,
for me.
yeah. Right, sir. Right, sir. So actually, I'm really very excited that you are with us, joining with us. uh, you're kind of a personality. We were always looking at as an opportunity to interact with you and try to get whatever best we can get out of your knowledge and experience.
Thank you very much, Amijis, for all the kind words.
Yeah. So and then actually, as I understand, your list of achievements is very immense and very exhaustive. So I could not actually explain everything here when I was trying to introduce. So I would request you to, sir, to at least start with your professional journey and what are the major achievements in your professional career, and how can you guide the new generation budding textile professionals to learn from the kind of experience you had till date. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Amijis. Again, it's a great pleasure for me to share my life journey with the people. See, I did my BTech, as you already said. I topped the university and then did a master's degree in textile, MTech. After that, I did marketing management. And the first job was in ATE, but I joined as a sales and service engineer at the junior most post. I never could imagine that I had to work nearly 4 decades in one company. It was never in my dream also. But that's all destiny in which I believe. I think I was, because whenever I got opportunity anywhere, when I was really having a thinking of changing the job, I got something within the company. And I am very happy that within AT Group, I had immense opportunities from the junior most position of junior sales and service engineer. I could rise to the position of director. While retiring in March 2021, I completed nearly 16 years as in the board of directors of AT. But one thing I must mention that, I had really lots of free hand given in AT by the board and the management. Therefore, within my career in AT, I could bring many European companies to AT's fold, had many collaborations. When I took over, the turnover of AT was 300 crores. While I was leaving, it was 1600 crores top line. And it all happens not because of me, but I had a wonderful team in AT. We had different business groups, business heads, people under them, a large service team, and a wonderful setup. So it's a success of the whole team with which I work. I always believe that I have been extremely fortunate to get a right company, right people to work with, and of course, right customers and principals, because without that, this success would not have been possible. After retirement, again, I never thought that what I will do, to be very honest. But as again destiny calls for, I was invited by people to advise them. So right now, I'm advising 3 Indian companies in textile machinery field, 2 German companies, because I had a long association with Germany, with German companies. So 2 German companies, and I am on the board of directors of 3 companies as an independent director.
Great, sir.
So my life journey after retirement, so to say 2.0, has been equally exciting, and I'm enjoying the life. Although I would like to reduce the speed of life, but life doesn't allow me to do that. But I'm
Correct, sir.
enjoying it. Thank
Correct,
you,
sir.
Amijji.
Correct, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, sir. So I think, sir, when I saw you, I met you in ITMA also. So the kind of aura you were carrying and the kind of people where you were actually, interacting with, and I saw that we had some discussions, small discussions about Aladdin also and some other things also. So I think you have a great vision. I think the kind of experience you are carrying is actually going to give us a lot of insight in terms of what we are going to do in future. So as we go into the next section, I thought that I should discuss with you your insights and impressions about the recently concluded ITMA, because ITMA, since it is the largest textile machinery and in fact the textile fair in the world, and we could make a lot of inferences at these kinds of exhibitions and all. So I just wanted to start with asking that what is your observation and opinion, since this ITMA talked about transforming the world of textiles. So when we talk about transformation, so is there anything you think that the companies should, or companies are already focusing on some transformations to come in the process in coming years?
So this time ITMA 2023 at Milan, the theme was transforming the world of textiles. This actually reflects the aspirations of both textile machinery manufacturers as well as the textile producers. That the collaboration can bring forth a more sustainable future for the industry and the planet. Uh, and as you will notice that the trending topics, even during the many events during the exhibition, were mainly focusing on advanced materials, automation and digitization, innovation, innovative technology, sustainability and circularity. So one theme I could personally see throughout, especially in the context of the textile machinery people, was digitization and automation. But this theme ran alongside sustainability because then only you can transform the global textile industry. So most of the machinery which I saw, have adopted Industry 4.0, as well as, they have advanced a lot with digitization and automation in their latest technologies which they exhibited. Coming to advanced material composites, they have a great future. And I find some of the technologies for composites, which are absolutely state of the art. And as all of us know, that composites carry a great future, in replacing of conventional materials, especially in the domains of, manufacturing of aircrafts, infrastructure, medical fields. I think the scope is immense. And I could see that in particularly in this field, technical textile field, a lot of advancement towards replacement of conventional materials. Now, one more thing, which is also a future, is the combination of textile materials with electronics. And the way it's happening now, I think the clothing is going to get transformed very fast into smart textile materials. Similarly, I saw some innovations in the textile materials, including fibers, which have a vast potential to change the textile world. For example, some of the research companies and institutes have exhibited during ITMA their prowess with respect to the advancement they have done in developing biopolymers or biosynthetic materials, which are going to slowly replace the fossil fuel based raw materials and will help, of course, the sustainability initiative. So, in all, I personally believe that the innovations will help accelerate the textile industry towards a green future, and the machinery makers will help a lot through the digitization and automation efforts to take the textile producers towards the green future with a sustainability as a focus.
Right, sir. Right. So, sir, do you have any kind of companies in mind which are actually they have started working in this direction, and
Uh,
maybe in coming times they would come out with some new technologies and all?
yeah. See, as far as digitization and automation is concerned, I think I have overall observed that most of the machinery makers were seen integrating digitization and automation in their machine, as I said earlier. A good part of it is that there is a human machine collaboration which is getting developed, which will establish a symbiotic relationship. And there are a lot of technologies, now are using sensors, detectors, actuators, data transfers. Now, all these are going to make the operations of the machines much simple for the human being, much easier to maintain. And some of the machines, I can give you examples, of using digitization and automation. Uh, See, Truschler, I could see. Of course, I think most of the machine makers have integrated it, but some of them I can mention are Truschler, for example. They have introduced TC30i card, which is an intelligent card. They say intelligent because the card thinks by its own, and when you go back to a particular raw material processing or particular conditions, the card gets adjusted itself and tries to give you the best results in terms of quality, performance, productivity.
Right, sir.
Now, automation, if you see automation, I think most of the machinery makers, for example, ring frame makers, including our own LMW, has auto piecing now. I think auto piecing has been
Come to
made a
know.
part of the,
Yes.
yeah, it's
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
a given now.
Right.
uh, Another a good development I saw was in Uster Technologies. They have something called 360Q solution, where they have used their textile expertise alongside data analysis and also the data analytics software to give the best quality results. This is something I saw for the first time, where the technology and especially data analytics is used for quality control.
Mm.
Uh, Similarly, I saw on many of the machinery makers digital inspection systems, or you can say digital eye, so that
Right.
online inspection of fabric will happen. I think again it has become more or less, you can say, a given. On knitting, I saw on Pylung a first time a smart knitting automation solution, which is AI powered.
Correct.
And
Correct, sir.
they have, yeah, yeah. So they have integrated artificial intelligence, computer vision, data analytics, and the result is significant gains in terms of quality, productivity, and resource optimization also. So, these are some of the examples of machinery makers. Now, I also saw some of the good things. I have to give example of Aladdin also. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's completely an innovative concept of Aladdin 365.
Right, sir.
I have always been thinking that the textile fraternity, the global textile fraternity, is so big, but there is no single platform which can bring them all together and the knowledge together, so that the knowledge can be shared very easily within the industry, because there is so much of knowledge within the industry, but it doesn't get dissipated to the beneficiaries. So it's a wonderful concept. There are two other companies which I noticed, which are not from machinery side. There's a company called DA, that is, it's called actually AI Data. So this is
Mm-hmm.
actually a company which is in fashion design, and they have AI-based interactive design assistant for fashion. So the advantage is that the fashion designers can directly harness the power of intelligence, artificial intelligence, and collaborate to create original designs and innovative designs, and they'll be the first to the market. So
Okay.
this is very interesting thing I saw for the first time.
Right.
There was also one I saw for company called Myth. They had very innovative use of artificial intelligence in creating print patterns, design tools to reshape the print pattern designs. For the garment makers or fabric makers. So these some of these are outside machinery, but I could very clearly see that there is a lot of use of data analysis, artificial intelligence, digitization, more or less, I think, in most of the machineries as well as such kind of companies I could see. So it's very interesting and a pleasant transformation happening in the industry. We'll have to see to what extent the industry will be able to absorb it, to what extent industry will be really able to invest in these technologies, because all these technologies are not cheap.
Correct. Correct.
So it's very important that the industry also must have money or profits to invest in all these technologies. But one thing is sure, that if these technologies are used, I think the industry really will get transformed in terms of, let's say, higher productivity, better efficiencies, more so saving of raw materials, savings of import these valuable resources like water or chemicals. So it's very important that all such technologies, should get into the industry slowly. So I talk more about digitization and use of artificial intelligence. But I think that if you allow me, I can also talk a little bit on sustainability and innovation, where I could really see some companies doing this.